His Director, Strategy Research and Communication Division, Samuel Darko, joining us. Yes, you have questions to answer. The EOCO that you simply gave your docket to said they wrote to you asking to know about what the FBI you spoke about was doing. You didn't give them anything. They needed further information. You didn't help them. And this is where we are. So you didn't do your job well.
Thank you very much, Samson. First of all, let me state on record that when the OSP made a referral to EOCO, there were standing committees that were supposed to collaborate because we had not entirely washed our hands of the case. So there were two representatives, one from EOCO and one from us. But I also like to put on record that at no point in time has EOCO requested for a copy of the FBI report.
Really?
We need to be very accurate. At no point in time did EOCO request for a copy of the FBI report. But Samson, let me also go ahead to say that even if EOCO had requested for a copy of the FBI report, it was not just going to be that simple that FBI report would have just been given to EOCO. Remember, there are MOUs between OSP and the FBI. And I'm aware that there are also MOUs between EOCO and FBI. And this particular investigation was in respect of OSP, in respect of corruption.
But you are making a serious claim. The letter says that we observed that by a letter dated 1st February 2024, you wrote to the OSP to furnish you with a copy of the findings on the case to facilitate your investigations. You inform us that to date, the OSP has not responded to your request. Before that, they have said that it is noted, before that they have said that it is noted, however, that the OSP did not present a copy of the report on the collaborative investigations conducted with the FBI to your outfit. Neither are the findings of the transboundary investigations conducted by the OSP stated in the OSP docket to you.
What you've read is very clear, and I've also had the opportunity to read the same thing you are reading from. You notice that in that paragraph that talks about investigative report, and I will come to that, but let's just finish. That paragraph never said that they requested for FBI report. They rather said that they had not seen the FBI report. So we want to make it very clear. EOCO did not request for it. And I'm saying that even if EOCO requested for it, this FBI report has a lot of confidentiality clauses on it that was directed particularly to the Special Prosecutor. And you can't just give an FBI report to another agency because you have transferred. There ought to be a lot of what I call interagency collaboration and clearance. And so if it had happened, then we may have triggered clearance so that either we are cleared by FBI that, oh, you can send it, or FBI will directly send it to them. The other point I want to make is that the OSP should be taken as a whistleblower to EOCO. So as a whistleblower, we have given EOCO, we gave EOCO platinum information. Ordinarily, you will not even find other agencies give such information to EOCO. And let me tell you exactly what we gave to EOCO. So you notice that Attorney General's office talks about a docket. It's not just a docket. That particular docket has caution statements of suspects and witnesses, about 20 suspects and witnesses in America, in Accra, and in Ashanti region. And these are investigations that we have done that gave us the sense that almost everything we have looked at may fall in the realm of money laundering. So it is not just in respect of a transaction in America, but also in respect of the monies, the over 10 million Ghana cedis, if you convert, that we found in Ms. Dapaah's house, and including all the monies we saw passing through her bank account. So our referral is not just in respect of a transaction in America. Also, we were not conducting money laundering investigation. We were conducting corruption investigation. And so we are of the opinion that we had all that it takes to send that referral to EOCO, because on that basis, there is no way we could have proceeded and then investigated and then write a report on money laundering for EOCO. Then EOCO will send to AG. No, we only referred a matter to EOCO as whistleblowers for EOCO to investigate. And that point, I think, ought to be very clear. And we were not under any obligation to have conducted a money laundering investigative report and given it to EOCO. Then what will EOCO do? Because we cannot instruct EOCO as to what they are supposed to do. The fact that the Attorney General directed the police to ascertain the sources of the money exposes as bare the conclusion that the OSP's request for investigations is baseless. If it is baseless, why has the police been directed by the AG to follow the money? The OSP's request to EOCO to do investigation in relation to money laundering is akin to saying EOCO should follow the money and its sources. And this money, we don't mean transactions only in America to Ghana. We mean the entirety of the money we came across. The OSP is not
you have also been informed. You have also been informed. You have done all of this. So you have some information that goes to the source of the money, or what should constitute the predicate offense, on the basis of which they can do a good job. And you are not helping them with that. That's the AG's charge to you.
Isn't that funny? And I'm using the word funny advisedly. EOCO has platinum information. Let me go back to it. The statements that were taken from people in America has details of how they transported the money into Ghana, whether they went through the rightful source or not to bring the money to Ghana. If you are looking for a predicate offense, which I don't share in that law, because if you read the memorandum to Ghana's Anti-Money Laundering Act, it states clearly that money laundering is also an offense on its own. That does not require any predicate offense. And that is why the lawmaker created Section 1.3. So even if
the Attorney General has pointed you to a precedent where the court refused in such a circumstance that you are urging them to do.
That is why we have an appeal. So the state ought to appeal, because then the judge is rewriting the law. Because if all members of parliament come together and in the memorandum to the bill states that the reason why we are including this is to enable us to be able to try money laundering as an offense on its own, particularly when we cannot discover the sources of income. And I'm also trying to say that the docket we gave to EOCO, if you go through it very well, especially the statements we took from suspects and witnesses, you notice that there is every indication for you to be able to follow the money, because these people have stated as to whether Madame Dapaah could have had such monies or not. For instance, we also just did not send them statement. We also added every other relevant information, including some chiefs and people in Madame Dapaah's hometown or so coming to us to say that the monies and the gold and the things we are all talking about is even a family heirloom. This I know that many Ghanaians are not aware. So we are trying to say that we should be looked at as whistleblowers, and that every information EOCO needed to start investigation, the OSP had provided. Sometimes for interagency collaboration, we do not want to muddy the waters. But when we began investigation into this matter, and I'm going to say this with all the caution that I need to do.
Yes, and
sometimes I feel like
that'll be the final point you make.
Yeah. Police, I will give you an example. When we started these investigations and we went to police, up to today, we do not have any docket from the police in respect of even the house helps of Madam Cecilia Dapaah. Because when we began our investigation, we wanted all those information, including the caution statement of all those maid servants who are standing trial, because we needed all that to be able to do a very good job. But we did not get it. Nonetheless, we proceeded and did our own investigation, and were able to even recover more monies from Madame Dapaah's house. All that we are saying is that no blame should be laid on the doorstep of OSP as an inability of another agency to do its job, because we were not required.
Samuel Dapaah, Director, Strategy, Research and Communications Division of the OSP. Thank you very much for your time. Do I still have the Attorney General on the line? All right. Okay, so this is where we will draw the curtains on this subject matter, because obviously this will continue.